Darci's Corner. So I'm going to apologize for the poor video quality. If I turn the camera on its side, it fills the whole screen, but then I can't look directly into the lens and it screws up my eye line. Anyway, so we're going to try it this way this time, and who knows if I'll even upload this because I'm kind of angry, so it's a bit of a rant. I'm reading a lot of self-help advice and stuff and answering questions for other trans people I see on the internet because I don't know, I guess I like to think I'm smart. I like to think that I know answers, that I understand how the human mind works. And I guess that's not really true. That I understand. I mean, I think I understand. I think I know what's going on. And I just get furious about it because I see a whole bunch of bullying going on. Like, I'm reading this Reddit from this trans person, and they're in a small town. I don't know who they are. There's a tag to their name, but I mean, it's just a bunch of random letters as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, but I'm assuming they're male to female, and they're in a small town. They're trying to do their schooling, and there's this person there who's intentionally misgendering them and gaslighting them and setting them up and calling them by the wrong name all the time and staring at them constantly. And then, like, other people are stepping in to help, but that also upsets this person because they're just tired of being an activist or a martyr, and why should they have to be? And, like, they got a point, right? Like, I know people like J.K. Rowling seem to think that all of us transgender people are just men in dresses ready to rape our next victim. And that's what we're setting the world up for, by the way, like, according to her, right? Sex isn't a thing, and we're just going to play games with our gender so that when eventually we get sent to prison, we can rape more people. Like, first of all, we're not criminals just because we exist. Chances are we're never going to prison, and we're not raping anybody. Really, that's not our goal. I'm not saying people haven't been raped by a man in a dress. I'm sure it's happened. But, like, there isn't a trans person in the fucking world who would become trans to gain anything. Okay? We're not trying to gain advantage at track and field or shot put. We're not trying to be better at soccer or whatever the thing is you think that we're becoming trans for to try and get. We're trying to get through our fucking day. That's what we're trying to get, okay? We're just trying to enjoy the skin we're in as best we can, given what's in front of us. We're not trying to get or steal anything from anybody, and it's really, really insulting when you say stuff like that. And even though these people are well-meaning, like, I'm sure that this lady who's bullying this other person and trying to put her back on the gender path that she knows she's supposed to be on, really, she probably means well. She probably loves her kids. She probably is a decent human being in all other respects. You can't pray this away, okay? You can't go to enough therapy. It doesn't exist. Alright? Nobody chooses to be transgender. We just are. Alright? We really wish that we could just snap our fingers and be what society wants us to be. If we could do that, we would. Okay? If I could just be happy being the person that I was before, I would have done that. I spent a long time trying to do that, and it didn't work. And it doesn't work for other people either. Like, there's millions of us out there. It's a phenomenon that we just have to deal with. Okay? It's like, pick another thing that people have to deal with. Dyslexic, ADHD, some people have autism, all these different things. Some people are left-handed, some people have blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? There's a variety in humanity, and we don't choose it. It just is. It's not like, it's not part of a plan, okay? We're not out to get anybody or take anything, and there is zero advantage in trying to live this way. It really frustrates the hell out of us. All of us. And the other thing is, people ask, why? Like, really, we don't know why. And it doesn't matter. Here's another thing. We don't have to justify shit to you. When I was first doing this, when I was first trying to explain this to like friends and family and stuff like that, I remember like when I was 4 years old and I dealt with this thing, or I did that thing, or I wanted a tea party, or I watched Rainbow Bright. You know what? Who the hell cares? I don't have to justify anything to you or anybody else. You don't have to like it. You don't have to understand it. It's my life. I'm the one that's got to live with it. And I don't need to relive it every time I have to explain it to someone who doesn't understand. It's perfectly fine if you don't understand. This right now, if you're watching, is probably a YouTube channel. Go learn. There's hundreds of people just like me telling stories just like this on YouTube about this is why I did what I did. This is why I feel the way I feel. I felt this way since I was 4 years old and didn't know what to do about it. That's my story, and it's a story of millions just like me. This is not to gain advantage over anyone or anything, and anytime anybody suggests that, it's insulting. Anybody who thinks that they can get me back on my straight and narrow path by just nudging me in the right direction, yeah, you can sit on and rotate, okay? I don't owe you a thing in life. And neither does anybody else. Okay? All these other trans people out there, just leave them alone. Let them go about their day. They'll let you go about yours. And if you don't want to touch them or be with them or whatever, great. I promise, they're not going to rape you. And you don't have to sleep with any one of us if you don't want to. And we're okay with that. We'll get by without you. Okay, you just go ahead and live your life. Just leave us alone. And everybody get along fine. Anyway, that's Darci's rant. We'll see if I post this or not. I'll talk to y'all later.